You asked for a summary of Avengers Doomsday, and while that specific movie title doesn't exist yet, it sounds like you're thinking about the epic conclusion to the Infinity Saga, which is actually 2 movies. Avengers. Infinity War and Avengers. Endgame, let me break down that massive story for you. It's one of the biggest cinematic events ever, so let's dive in. The story revolves around the Mad Titan, Thanos. For years, he's been hunting for the 6 Infinity Stones. Space, mind, reality, power, time, and soul. His goal, to gather all of them, place them in his Infinity Gauntlet, and with a single snap of his fingers, wipe out half of all life in the universe. He believes this is the only way to bring balance and save civilizations from overpopulation and resource scarcity. He's not just a random villain. He's on a crusade, and he truly thinks he's the hero. The Avengers, scattered across the galaxy after the events of Captain America: Civil War, are completely unprepared for what's coming. The first real sign of trouble is when Thanos and his forces attack the Asgardian ship carrying Thor, Loki, and the survivors of Ragnarok. Thanos easily overpowers Thor and Hulk, takes the Space Stone from the Tesseract, and sadly ends Loki's journey right there. Hulk is sent to Earth by Heimdall just in time to warn Doctor Strange and Tony Stark. From there, it's an all-out war on multiple fronts. In New York, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Wang fight off Thanos' lieutenants who are after the Time Stone. This battle ends with Doctor Strange being captured and taken aboard their spaceship, with Iron Man and Spider-Man secretly following them into space. Meanwhile, Vision, who has the Mind Stone in his forehead, and Wanda Maximoff are attacked in Scotland. Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon arrive just in time to save them, and they all retreat to the Avengers compound. They realize the only safe place for Vision is Wakanda, which has the technology to hopefully remove the stone without destroying him. So, our heroes Cap, Black Widow, Bucky, Falcon, Hulkbuster Bruce, Banner, War Machine, Wanda, and Vision prepare for a massive battle alongside King T'Challa and the entire Wakandan army. At the same time, Thor, after being rescued by the Guardians of the Galaxy, goes on a side quest with Rocket and Groot to forge a new weapon. A god killer axe called Stormbreaker, capable of defeating Thanos. The other Guardians, Star-Lord, Gamora, and Mantis Head 2, nowhere to try and stop Thanos from getting the Reality Stone. This is where things get really emotional. We find out Gamora knows the location of the Soul Stone, and Thanos captures her, forcing her to reveal its location on the planet War. In a truly heartbreaking scene, Thanos sacrifices the one thing he loves, Gamora, to obtain the Soul Stone. Back on Thanos' ship, Tony and Peter rescue Doctor Strange. Strange uses the Time Stone to look into millions of possible futures and sees only one scenario where they win. This piece of information becomes crucial later on. They decide to confront Thanos on his desolate home planet, Titan, where they team up with the Guardians. They almost manage to get the gauntlet off him, but Star-Lord loses his cool when he finds out what happened to Gamora, and their plan fails. Thanos defeats them all, but spares Tony's life in exchange for the Time Stone from Strange. Now, Thanos has 5 of the 6 stones. The final battle takes place in just as the heroes are being overwhelmed, Thor arrives with Stormbreaker, turning the tide of the battle. But it's not enough. Thanos himself arrives, easily brushing everyone aside. Wanda is forced to destroy the Mind Stone and Vision with it. But Thanos uses the Time Stone he just got to reverse her actions, rips the Mind Stone from Vision's head, and completes the gauntlet. Thor, in a last-ditch effort, hurls Stormbreaker into Thanos' chest, severely wounding him. But Thanos, smiling grimly, tells Thor, "You should have gone for the head." And then he snaps his fingers. A blinding white light, and then silence. Across the universe, people start turning to dust. Bucky, Black Panther, Groot, Wanda, Falcon, Star-Lord, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, in a devastating moment in Tony Stark's arms. Half of all life is gone. The remaining heroes: Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, War Machine, Rocket, and Nebula, left to stare in shock and horror at their failure. The universe is forever changed, and the film ends with a wounded but satisfied Thanos watching a sunset on a distant planet, his grim work finally done. And that sets the stage for the epic conclusion in Endgame, where the remaining heroes have to figure out how to undo the So there you have it, the massive story of what could be called Avengers Doomsday. It's a tale of loss, sacrifice, and the desperate fight against overwhelming odds. Hope that clears things up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies.